If you are planning to apply for university, a university of technology, or certain colleges for the 2027 academic year, you may have heard people talking about CAO applications. Before you start applying, it is important to understand that CAO is not a university and it is not a college. CAO stands for Central Applications Office. It is an application service that allows students to submit one application and apply to multiple participating institutions through a single system. The official CAO website is cao.ac.za, and this is the only website you should use for applications, status checks, payments, and official updates. One of the biggest advantages of using the CAO is that you do not need to complete separate applications for every participating institution. Instead, you complete one CAO application and select the programs you want to study. The CAO then sends your application information to the institutions you selected. This can save a lot of time and effort, especially if you are considering several different universities or programs and want to keep your options open. Many students are not sure whether the institution they want to attend actually uses the CAO. Some of the major institutions that participate in the CAO system include the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Durban University of Technology, Mangosuthu University of Technology, and the University of Zululand. However, not every South African university uses the CAO system. Some institutions require students to apply directly through their own websites. Before starting your application, confirm whether your chosen institution participates in the CAO process. Another important thing to know is when applications open. Applications for the 2027 academic year opened on the 1st of March. While that may seem early, many experienced applicants submit their applications shortly after opening. The reason is simple. Some programs have limited spaces, some have earlier closing dates, and some highly competitive programs stop accepting applications long before the end of the year. Waiting until your final matric results are released can sometimes mean missing important deadlines. You should also understand how application fees work before you begin. For South African applicants, the CAO administration fee is 250 Rand if payment reaches the CAO on or before the 31st of October. If payment is received after that date, the late application fee increases to 470 Rand. International applicants pay 300 Rand during the normal application period and 580 Rand during the late application period. One application fee covers up to 6 program choices, so you do not pay separately for every course you select. Before visiting the CAO website, gather all the documents you may need. If you are currently in grade 12, you will usually need your final grade 11 results and your most recent grade 12 results. If you have already completed matric, you should have your matric certificate available. International applicants may need a passport and additional supporting documents. You should also have a valid email address, a working cell phone number, and a copy of your identity document ready before you begin the application. One of the most common mistakes students make is starting the application without preparing their information first. Before you create an account, make sure you have access to your email account and that your cell phone number is active. If you create an application using an email address that you cannot access, you may miss important communication from institutions later. It is also a good idea to keep a notebook or document where you can safely store important application details. When you are ready to begin, visit the official CAO website, cao.ac.za, and start a new application. The system will ask for personal information such as your name, surname, identity number, date of birth, contact details, citizenship information, and educational history. Enter all information exactly as it appears on your official documents. Incorrect information can create problems later when institutions compare your application details with your academic records and identity documents. As you complete the application, you will receive a CAO number. This number is extremely important because it identifies your application throughout the admissions process. You will use it when checking your application status, updating information, communicating with support, and tracking decisions from institutions. As soon as you receive your CAO number, save it immediately. Take a screenshot, write it down, and store it somewhere safe. Many students create unnecessary stress for themselves simply because they lose their CAO number. The application will also allow you to select program choices. Through the CAO system, you can choose up to 6 different programs. These programs may be at different institutions or at the same institution. At this stage, focus on selecting programs that genuinely interest you and that you have researched carefully. In the next video, we will look at APS scores, admission requirements, and how to determine whether you realistically qualify for a particular program before adding it to your application. After selecting your program choices, proceed to the payment section and pay the required administration fee. Follow the payment instructions carefully and keep proof of payment once the transaction has been completed. Do not assume your application is complete simply because you created an account and selected programs. Payment is an important part of the process, and failure to pay can prevent your application from being processed correctly. Once payment has been completed, upload all required supporting documents. Make sure every document is clear, readable, and complete. Avoid uploading blurry photographs or files with missing pages. Check that the correct document has been uploaded to the correct section before continuing. Spending a few extra minutes checking your uploads can save days or even weeks of delays later if institutions request the same documents again. Before submitting your application, review every section carefully. Confirm that your personal details are correct, your program choices are accurate, your contact information is up to date, your documents have been uploaded successfully, and your payment has been completed. This final review is one of the most important steps because mistakes caught now are much easier to fix than mistakes discovered after the application has already been submitted. After submitting your application, save all confirmation messages, reference numbers, and payment records. You should also keep your CAO number and login details somewhere secure. These records may be needed if you contact support, update information, or check the progress of your application later. Good record keeping can make the entire admissions process much smoother and help you avoid unnecessary frustration. Once your application has been submitted, do not simply wait and hope for the best. Regularly check your email inbox, spam folder, and the CAO website for updates. The CAO provides a status checking system that allows applicants to monitor the progress of their applications. Institutions may also request additional documents or provide important admission updates, so checking your status regularly is a habit that every applicant should develop. Some of the most common mistakes made by CAO applicants include waiting until the last minute to apply, entering the wrong email address, forgetting to pay the administration fee, losing their CAO number, uploading poor quality documents, and failing to monitor their application status. Most of these problems are completely avoidable if you prepare your documents early, apply well before the deadlines, and carefully review your information before submission. In the next video, we will focus specifically on program selection, APS scores, admission requirements, and how to determine whether you qualify for the courses you want to study. Understanding those requirements before making your final program choices can help you avoid unnecessary rejections and significantly improve your chances of receiving an offer from the institutions you apply to.